Hi everyone, this is Anne. Today I'm just taking a walk from my child's school. She's a candidate this year, so I have to keep on checking on her. Well, that's our surrounding as I walk back home. Just wanted us to appreciate life. Sometimes we rarely do that. Sometimes we take a lot for granted. We think everything will always be the way we think it should be, but we forget that we are never really in control. We are never really in control. Beautiful hills, right? No one goes into a relationship knowing that maybe one day it will end and you'll be stuck with kids, people throwing jabs at you while you're a single mom and all that, while you're trying your best to make things work out, but maybe God has other plans, so you just have to let go of the reins and believe that the journey ahead will be great. And then when you're thinking you're settling down, your partner passes on and now you're left to be in charge of the children and all that. It's really kind of tough sometimes. It's pretty windy over here. This is our view from our home actually. I can just zoom in so that you see the hills. We have a railway track. Yeah, enjoy the scenery. Anyway, as I was saying, sometimes some of us never really chose to be like single moms. We really hoped that our relationships will work, that our children will grow up in a home that is full of love with both parents and everything. But then it doesn't always happen that way. And I've come to accept that you have to adjust as it comes, because if you don't, you can't pull through a day. I'm not telling you it's like roses and all, but you have to keep going, because if you don't, then what? If you don't stay strong, then your kids will also break, and it's the worst thing to see your kids breaking because you have no option. Yeah. But anyway, every day is a struggle. Like yesterday, I barely made it to give my children something to eat. And you know, when you're used to getting your own money, I used to work, by the way, I was a banker, but a lot happened along the way. Yeah, but you have to adjust and see what life has to offer. I have sold fish, I have sold sweet potatoes, I have tried to make do with a lot of things, and sometimes things just don't work out. Had to close down a shop last year because the business environment isn't so good and the economy wasn't so nice as well. But you have to keep going. So as I was saying, yesterday was a bit of a struggle. I only had veggies in my house. I was almost out of gas with only 16 shillings left. And I have to boil water for my kids to shower because we don't have an instant shower. It was just so much. And I had told myself that I wouldn't borrow anymore. It was a rough day. It was basically a rough day. But you got to keep going. You got to keep trying. You have to keep showing up, because if you break, then your kids have nowhere else to go, have no one else to run to. Yeah. So now I'm hoping today will be a better day, because I'm just tired of asking my friends for money. I have no idea how I'm going to make rent this month. Considering I thought I'd closed the deal with the client, but then the client postponed and said that I have to wait a little. I mean, sometimes you just have to wait, because if you don't, then what? It's really a struggle, guys. If I could, I would want my children to grow up in a family that is loving. And that is my biggest prayer. That they will find a father, may not be their biological father, but maybe a father figure who will see them through some things that only a dad can. But if not, we have God the Father, and He got us always. So today, I choose to believe that God has better plans for us. God has everything figured out. God has it all figured out. No matter how long it takes, I believe somehow I will pull through. I just want to see if I can find a gig maybe for today that can help us put food on the table. And if I don't get, I believe God will make a way. God will make a way. Sometimes I'm even scared on thinking of how I will raise fees for next term, because this term is almost over. And thankfully, I've managed to clear the children's fees. And I also thank God that I don't have rent arrears. But for April, I am really not sure where I will get the money to pay the rent, but I'm trusting and believing that something will come up. Because God is a girl dad, right? Yeah. And don't get me wrong, there are days that I really break. Like yesterday, I almost broke down, because who would want to see their kids sleep hungry? Who? But somehow, I had to go and speak to someone so that we could get corn flour to make some ugali. Ugali is a staple food here in Kenya, for those who know. And if you don't know, well, now you know. So I'm hoping and praying that today will be a better day. I pray that we will have brighter days ahead. I pray that a day comes that I wouldn't have to struggle so much with all that pertains raising the children, because that's my biggest prayer, in all honesty. It's not easy to stay at home and you try apply jobs, they don't go through. You try getting clients to run errands for, they postpone. And I understand, because the economy is really not so good right now in Kenya, but I hope and pray things will be okay. I pray a lot, by the way. I pray a lot. I'm not saying I'm a perfect Christian. No, I'm not, because I know I fail God very many times. Some lovely flowers over here, baby. If you know the name, just give me a shout out. Yeah, but I hope and pray every day that we will be better. It is not easy, guys, being a mother, raising 3 beautiful legions. And trust me, those kids are amazing kids. Are amazing kids. Let me just say that. Well, yeah. I just hope that I encourage someone today that whatever is going on in whichever part of the world you're in, please don't give up. Please don't give up. There are days that you will feel low, but please don't give up, is all I can tell you. You got this, and God loves you. Have a pleasant day, or have a pleasant night wherever you are. Bye, guys.